let's get into it. So, with the 2026 NBA draft finishing up, I wanted to talk about some of the Spurs acquisitions. They were to get four picks, pick 20, pick 26 or 27, with the trade from Denver, and then their own second round picks with pick 42 and pick 44. So, going into the draft, one of our biggest holes, one of the Spurs' biggest holes was the power forward and center. So the power forward and the center, I mean, we were running Carter Bryant, we were running Luke Cornett, but Luke Cornett was getting maybe less than 10 minutes a game, single digit minutes. We were giving him about 6 to 8 minutes range, and that's if we gave him that many minutes. Sometimes he played less. So really, it was Wemby playing the center position, and Carter Bryant maybe played a good 5 to 7 minutes as well per game, and he would play the center position as well, unless he was in there with Wemby, which rarely he was because Mitch Johnson was subbing in Keldon Johnson, Dylan Harper, and Luke Cornett all at the same time. So it was very hard to play Carter Brown with Wemby just because of the subs. But starting off at pick 20, one of the guys that I was paying attention to but wasn't actually theorizing that could make it was Jaden Quintons. So Jaden Quintons coming out of Kentucky, played at Arizona, played really well at Arizona. On the younger side, actually. So he's about to be 19, I believe, in July. So he's already played 2 years of collegiate ball. Obviously, his second year cut short at Kentucky due to the ACL injury that he suffered in Arizona. But there was a lot of looming question marks around Jaden Quintons that a lot of Spurs fans and a lot of the media were questioning. He tore his ACL. This is a big man. I know he's young, but is it going to stunt it? A lot of the reason that he got shut down at Kentucky was because it was flaring up, it was swelling, so they had to shut him down. His knee was acting up, so yeah, he was able to show the Spurs the medical records, and the Spurs said, why not, right? So he's going to end up going through a procedure, I believe, something to clean up his knee, something to, better the ACL procedure that they had originally done. Because I believe it was an ACL and LCL or MCL, one of those two, but he had a full restructure almost. So yes, it was causing swelling, but I mean, he's young. He's could return back. Not this year. I don't think he will be playing this year, because he won't be back until later in the year, which is kind of more in crunch time, unless we're in a very big blowout. But I think they're gonna rest him most of this year, which is exactly why they went Terrace Reed at 27, I believe, with Denver 26. I don't know exactly which pick, but they were able to trade 35, the pick 35 in the second round, and 2 future seconds, which Terrace Reed in college was able to do a lot, right? He was UConn, made it to the national championship, was a true big man. Not a lot of true big men, but I mean, you want to get Wemby down there. If he wants to play the 4, you want to get them a 5, right? So they got him a 5 in Terrace Reed Jr. Terrace Reed Jr. was one of the best big men in college. Terrace Reed Jr. was honestly a force to be reckoned with. Yes, he didn't play that well in Michigan when he first started out, but as his role changed, as his coaching changed, he was able to better his role and better his production. He is a team first player. I don't know if you've seen the Spurs reports and the Spurs recent interviews, but he's a guy that's just going to do the dirty work. That's what he says. But Terrace Reed, I do think he is a good draft pick. I do think that it is more of a Jaden Quintons, how do I say it? Like a substitution. Like if Jaden Quintons doesn't work out, hopefully Terrace Reed Jr. will, right? You're going on upside here. You're going on defense. You're going on someone who, I mean, you want to get the big man production. He's not much of a shooter. He doesn't really have an offensive game. He's more like an Isaiah Hardenstein with his little floater, aggressive. He's going to do the dirty work, right? Which I don't mind. But yeah, Jaden Quintons is added more of a power forward slash center role. He can get you rebounds. He can score a 3. He can mid range, drive, dribble moves. Terrace Reed Jr. is more of stationary big man. He'll catch a lob. He's good on defense. but he's more of a fully down low threat. So with the 42nd pick, we were able to draft Jacoby Gillespie. Jacoby Gillespie, he is a shooter, right? So we addressed our big net situation. We went and got power forward, center. We went and got big, right? So I mean, we have Luke Cornett, Wemby, Carter Bryant. If you want to include him, we have Quintins, and now we have Terrence Reed Jr. So one of our other biggest issues, scoring. Scoring wise, Dylan Harper, Wemby, Stephon Castle is more of a driver, but he's not someone who really creates his own shot as well as Dylan Harper. And I mean, Wemby also can create his own shot sometimes, but he's still, getting the offensive game a little bit better. Only more room to grow. Same thing with Stephon Castle. He's still getting his shot a little bit better. He is knocking down the three ball more, but our main scores only with three and D like Champagny, Devin Vassell. So our Jacoby Gillespie is going to come in. He is more undersized. He is 6 feet tall, which is a little bit bad just because of the mismatches that can occur on defense. Same thing. I mean, you saw Jordan McLaughlin come in the playoffs, and yes, he was able to knock down some threes, but they were hunting him on defense. So he was getting a bunch of mismatches, especially against SGA, and they were kind of scoring on him every single time. I'm afraid that might happen with Gillespie, even with our defense around him. I mean, we just upped our defense this draft, but Gillespie can shoot the three. Just come in, score a couple buckets, another ball handler, someone who could hold the rock, distribute. And Gillespie does offer that role. I haven't watched much of him in college, but coming out of Tennessee, he looked pretty good. He looked pretty calm and collected under pressure. He looked like he was able to knock down some deep range shots. I'm not talking about Steph Curry, but some deep range shots. But yeah, he looks more like a shooting guard, point guard. So don't mind the pickup. We do need shooting. Last but not least, Malik Brown out of Duke. So with our 44th pick, we were able to pick up Malik Brown. Malik Brown is defense. That is the one word that would describe Malik Brown. Defense, all defense. Same thing. Honestly, you could talk about Jacoby Gillespie in the fact that he is one of the leaders in steals. I think he led college in steals, which, I mean, all his own, right? Shout out Gillespie. But I do think he'll be able to hold his own a little bit better than like a Jordan McLaughlin, just because of the steals aspect. He is fast with his hands. Obviously, he's not going to be blocking shots, but he could get up, he could dunk the ball, he could jump. So that is good. But back to Malik Brown. Malik Brown is just all defense, man. He's not someone who's going to create his own shot. He is someone who could catch a lob. He is someone who's going to go get you a board. But he is going to block shots. He is going to lock down defenders, which honestly, with Castle, Harper, Wemby, Malik Brown, I mean, you have Terrence Reed Jr. as well, Quintins, you have Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell came out of college as a defensive guard. So it's like you're building an all-defensive team who can also score. Malik Brown, like I said, doesn't really have an offensive bag that much. He is someone who can play the power forward, but he's not going to stretch the floor that well. He might maybe hit a mid-range. He can maybe gain a mid-range shot, but he's someone who is going to just get you boards, catch a lob, dunk it, and protect the paint, which is kind of what we needed. Kind of helps Wemby a little bit more. Defensive-wise, sometimes he was straining himself on defense, which he is used to. There were some series where Wemby was very tired on offense, so he wasn't producing as much because he had to overwork himself on defense. And this is when they purposely moved him out with Karl-Anthony Towns, with Chet Holmgren, with Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso became Steph Curry in the offseason, in the playoffs. So he was kind of having to, step out a little bit of the paint, can't roam the paint as much as he wanted to, which makes him waste more energy, have less energy for offense, and made his production go down. But with these guys in, his defense goes up, allowing Wemby to focus on his offensive game. While Wemby, yes, can produce on defense, it's not something that, he is both. He is going to be both ends of the floor, but if he can save as much energy on defense while still producing at a high level and he could, you know, produce more on offense, it would be way, way better, right? You don't want him to be your only defensive focal point. I mean, we have Castle, we have Champagne, we have Devin Vassell. Like I said, we have good defensive players, but helping Wemby down low, especially with Wemby playing most of the game as a center and a power forward, are only big, it does help a lot. But as of right now, I would say I would give the Spurs like a B, like a B minus within the draft. I do think that um, specifically because of Quintins. He's kind of either a home run hit. He could be one of the best backcourts in the league, or he could not be able to recover from that injury and still constantly kind of be like an Aaron Gordon, be like a Zion Williamson, where he's not as productive as you might have wished due to the injury. But I mean, I guess we'll see. They'll probably hold him out the entire year. But as of now, they addressed their biggest issue going into the draft. Now we have to see what they're going to do in the offseason. A lot of trade rumors are going in, a lot of trades are going in, which I will talk about later. But I want to wait till free agency. But as of now, yeah, I think the Spurs are on the right track on the offseason, man. But yeah, if you like this video, feel free to sub, feel free to like and comment your thoughts and other teams that you might want me to talk about. But yeah, thank y'all for watching. Peace.